Turns his head at the wrong moment, but two
Hello.
lines. QCK with his deep position, punish his rotation. Meteor just going to try and get an orb. Constellation. We'll find a third from his death.
Sorry.
Towards it, but really much else for
Screen capture नहीं हो रहा अभी.
QCK does.
अभी ठीक करते हैं.
And a 49 HP.
अब आ गया.
Tag with the classic. The third on the round for him.
चल.
But still, I mean, it's just like in my mind, I don't know what I make of this yet. It's still so early. I'm still waiting for it to crumble. I think map one's left me reeling. I just.
यार वो क्रैश हो गई. फेस कैम लगा दो. स्टार्ट करो.
I mean, already, like I said, if you look at this veto, obviously, Breeze's surprise, yes, but like I said, I wasn't buying into it too much, but I still would have expected Loud to come out on top on Icebox. Just seeing regionally where GENG struggled and where you'd expect a team like Loud and what we know of Loud to.
यार पता है वो जो ऐसे लंबी स्ट्रीम ऐसे चलती है ना. वो क्रैश हो गई अब तो. दिमाग खराब.
Straight up tube. Subtlety to it. The Flash going to ring the dinner bell, and everyone's in response. Actually, Sadak the one to succeed there, taking down Meteor. That opens up the map. That causes such an issue. Put Munchkin now on his own. If they can hold this, make it a problem. Texture's going to have to bail him out big here, which maybe he does. It is Texture. Yes, has his eyes away from the prize, and Texture with the punish.
ओबे हेडशॉट तो मारा इसने. कोई नहीं अब कोई चला.
Through that, and pressure elsewhere again. I'm really surprised they're drifting at these times, trying to find this, information or trying to take space.
Astra?
Noted, so it's no surprise he's here either. They know that he's going to be still around. That spike is still in spawn. This is what I mean. I don't know what to make of this map. Tui's going to go down, and now Sadak overrun. What is happening?
I'll be honest, a really bizarre setup on both sides of the coin here. GENG, he said, drifting out in a number of different positions. Meteor gives his life up early.
Discord जैसे crash हो गया इसे.
Loud unable to really convert that into any sort of snowball throughout that round. It seemed like a very strange round to watch back. Some damage done, but
We are supporting GENG cause वो A pack किया है.
I mean, as much as they need, Lackey is going to come into this with a Guardian, but
समझ गए? मतलब हमारे रीजन की है.
as you'd expect, coming
तो हम GENG लाउड वैसे अगर लाउड और किसी और टीम को तो लाउड को करते. अभी हम उसको करेंगे GENG को क्योंकि GENG is अपना.
Yeah, GENG, very quick to respond to it. QCK already top mid. Cowanzine in, I was going to say, in a position to support him there, but Munchkin shuts it down.
Yeah, and I was waiting to see if Tui's actually gets played in further on this.
ये मरा. भाग दिया. बच गया.
Grab that one, but that felt like a 50-50.
5v3
now. Sadak less than Tui's with no real foothold in this map. Losing 2 towards middle gives them very little beyond it. They're going to have to re-clear tube somewhat diligently. Into it late. Eyes wide shut, and now Sadak, got to be careful, there's 2 players here. Again, individual fights. You're kind of banking on Tui's finding some value here, maybe catching a rotate after Sadak's taken contact. You've got to be looking at Tui's. And yeah, it's lacking down, and now the round feels, I don't know, this is feeling like it's all in the hands of Tui's, right? Like, how much more can one man do? A great deal, apparently. Tui's can do so much for them. Munchkin now in the undesirable position of having to deal with 3, and his pressure up tube was everything.
Less down at 14 HP, but a 1v3 nonetheless. 70 for Munchkin. Doesn't even look like he's really too interested in going for this.
Oh, you look at Less's position, even if he just holds it, he'd be.
He might even catch Less here.
Surprise Less.
मैं GENG को support कर रहा है. हाँ.
Maybe looking to remove the rifle from Munchkin.
अबे यादव और अर्शदीप नेहरा meet up.
Definitely not. Again, obviously talking about where this lies in the map pool and the overlap of these 2 teams. No surprise really, but you'd hope really with this being left as an option, potential to see it. Loud will be well equipped, and at least here with a 3-1 scoreline, they're able to keep GENG in check. No nonsense from Meteor on the Yoru just yet. But yeah, I mean, 2E's just doing 2E's things here.
That was very nice. I mean, that's how you basically save a round that
ये
wasn't
कैसे हार गए?
his favor at all. What? I think it was like Sadak who was stuck.
I mean,
towards
yeah, they didn't really
right?
have control of anything outside of where spawn barriers are, so...
Yeah. Well, hero rifle left on Munchkin, that's it. The rest are down on Sheriff's light armor, I think, behind it, and... Marshall, you've got Meteor's ult, but you're not going to, you know, bring that out now, I feel.
Definitely not now.
No, very little chance.
ये long distance map ना loud को नहीं देना चाहिए.
And,
oh,
well, we can see
less
rifle
cipher पे
showing
है.
off there, so Munchkin, they're going to note his positioning. Not a
मैंने
surprise,
तब notice नहीं किया
the
ध्यान
entire time. That's not going to be a
काम कर रहा था.
you know, head turner really, but it's going to, if anything, maybe force Loud to commit to this a little harder.
The utility sent in towards A here, but no follow-up just yet. Now happy to give QCK some time to explore a little deeper. You see the goal here for GENG. Still a little bit of damage on the way in. Lucky you posted up close with a ghost, but yeah. As if Karanzine sends the owl drone out, going to be very quickly. Munchkin, see on the X-ray here, trying to find a flank, but
मार पाएगा ये?
2E's posted up for it.
मार पाएगा.
No way. That timing is
Nice.
ridiculous.
अब ये rush करेंगे अंदर.
It felt like they were pausing for this. Genuinely, and now can they get away with daylight robbery? No. Very well aware of the possibility of them pushing closer towards the entrance and is very precise towards the site here for Loud.
यही होता है. मैं ले आऊँ. टकटक तो हुआ. मैं लाया था आजकल.
Oh my God!
Get out of it, Munchkin! Come on now, you're not meant to be doing that. You're not meant to be doing that. It's not meant to even feel that close. A valiant attempt, but it's a round for Loud regardless.
That would have been one hell of an ace, though.
My brain was in the next round. That man was trying to pop off. Ridiculous.
How close is he? I mean, he wasn't far off. He was not far off. Yes,
Okay.
a sigh of relief for Loud to find their fourth. That rinse and repeat though.
But it's quick attention to middle. It's Larky who's aware. Oh, the drop of that is perfect. Teed up for it.
Nice.
Aaron, smart
ये भी मैं
right
बता दूं,
into the
ये भी
pressure.
attack
The
side map ही है.
He's actually going to be able to isolate the spike. That's gone down and it's in his hands, but he needs the rest of GENG to back him up, and then not. Less than QCK with effective trading, keeping them going in the right direction. It's going to be, again, Karon is your last line of defense, right? Like, he's the one holding that spike back. He knows where these remaining players are. They know where Sadak was because he was taken down earlier, and obviously QCK with the res. So now how do they approach this? I'm surprised that Munchkin's drifting this far away.
भाई साड़ा क्या करता है?
Right? Like, how does he handle this pressure? You've got the presence from both sides. Does he commit towards one side of the fight? Does he try and just live in the corner?
I mean, Karan, seemingly, I'm just looking at the minimap here. It looks like he has a decent read over this. Munchkin to find QCK.
Beautiful.
Sadak 60 HP now, has to retrieve this spike. Still plenty of time to work with, though.
I was worried the Munchkin might have left Karon out to dry, but that's not the case at all. Karon held that spike down, kept them safe for the round, and Munchkin catching QCK.
GENG को ही support करना है. अबे भाई.
It's just some really bizarre round. Like I said, Breeze can be whoever frags harder on the day. There's very little nuance to what we're seeing.
Oh,
that's what he caught.
So I was like, when did he just get that? Beautiful. Risky play as well to go all the way around top mid to that and hope that he didn't cross ahead of it.
Yeah. Yeah, already what I've seen so far, Loud obviously trying to keep GENG on red alert, that somebody's going to constantly pressure up halls, be up towards switch, and really cause some problems on A. Potentially opening up the rest of the map for them, but well, Mackie now posted up with a Guardian. Shut down QCK on that very mission.
That's a bit naughty, that is. Oh, Munchkin though, so overwhelmed. Less with a quick shot. And Texture now feeling quite vulnerable. There's a little bit of room that he's not safe, and you can see the response potentially as well. Meteor getting a bit closer. Lakia trying to apply a little bit of pressure, trying to give him a way out of dodge here. And Quarantine was so blind, but it's too easy to punish Meteor. And middle is being won out by Loud until now. Can Texture change?
Oh,
Side, he can't. Sadak with just a pistol. Gonna put him to bed. They're 1v2 now. Caron before did so well. I love this quick read from him.
Yeah.
Really smart and quick adjustment. Does he expect 2Es? He does, but 2Es. Snappy adjustment. Loud stretching the lead.
Third on the round, hit him with the Guardian. Loud coming in, definitely disadvantaged there. Yeah, GENG maybe feeling a little rattled after that one. See some investment thrown into it. Definitely looking like they're happy to just commit to gunfights and feeling confident that in terms of just, I guess, the basic fundamentals that they're going to win out in some of these rounds. GENG have anything cooked up in terms of proactivity on the defense that, you know, whether it be around Meteor or anyone else in that regard.
It has been a quiet beginning between Texture, Caron, and Meteor. I got to say credit for Caron there. One of the rounds was gathering, you know, the nice little catch of the cross as well. But I'll tell them a little bit quiet, not seeing those individuals finding that impact.
Sure. I mean, also for GENG, this could just be damage control in the first half. Obviously, expecting this composition to be able to deliver and excel. They are able to attack. But that feels very risky.
4 राउंड तो चाहिए वैसे 5 ही होते हैं इस पे थोड़ा 5 तो चाहिए डिफेंस में क्योंकि कभी-कभी ना
tried and tested from kickoff and Breeze themselves, you can't then just bring that in as well, it's blank canvas really.
Yeah, and I think GENG might have to learn on the fly, and I think this is a really good test of can they learn on the fly. Is there something they can maybe get into this game in this half specifically to be able to try and get a grip on Loud here, because Loud's starting to get quite the firm upper hand, and this round feeling very uncomfortable as well for GENG, considering they are down to the Sheriffs. I think there's a Guardian there, yes, from Meteor. Playing this, play into the smoke. Yeah, there it is. This is cycling. They have rotations, but again, this could be a plant pretty quickly. Locked it now, away we go. Texture here.
अभी पिछला राउंड जीते थे
Closer as well. This is a tough angle for QCK actually. He could be overwhelmed. Unfortunately, he's got the boys by his side, and it's comfortable for Loud. Look at this.
No real threat whatsoever. Oh, Steer's got a trip in front of him. Nobody saw. We didn't see that. Good kill though. Maybe a flawless coming through here. Allowed to find their 6th. In terms of the pace of Breeze so far, and GENG not really taking the fight to the the pink didn't even come through there instead before the Aldroid even revealed his position. They're going to need to see a switch up. Maybe in this round, yeah, exactly. Ultimates available here. Operating back in hand with Texture.
He's going for it.
ASMR stream.
Stick on this. He's in a bit of danger. Flash will catch, but he's going to be able to retake the angle there. They are falling off. So now look at where this is looking at. Munchkin is just
charging. He's going to get hurt.
Turn.
Well, it could ping down the minimap.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it's laboured on trade. Well, I don't know what to do as well. This texture wound, that's nice. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. Win out in middle though. So varying wins on varying fronts. No one's finding comfort. The spike's back in hand. Texture trying to control A, but they're just middle, so you can already see the camera's gone down. There was no structure to support. Moving ahead here. Nowhere to get back to.
Really uncomfortable viewing, yeah. Allowed him to just pick GENG apart.
मैंने को बोले लो
Saw the play style
Reset चाहिए
here on Breeze.
नहीं हो पाएगा
Really got anything to set Meteor
Reset चाहिए भाई
motion on the defensive side here. Munchkin, like I said, was on a mission from the get-go. He was not slowing down. Desperate to look for a flank and commit to it.
but the way you said it then, desperate. It felt very desperate. It didn't feel well thought out. And again, all of them trying to make these individual plays to try and maybe get something in favor, but there's no trade going off it. There's no space to be taken off the back of it that's favorable. They look really
Pressure में आ रहे हैं, pressure में.
And maybe they don't want to hit another timeout, but they've got to do something. Look to a different site now. Doesn't really see this B side.
अबे happy birthday.
Middle from Loud, so this is going to be quite all in if they continue along this path. Already they could be taken by Genji, so hard to fall back away from, but they are. So after they punish rotations, if you're Loud, you're looking for maybe catch one, you're looking for players out of position, and Texture may be one of them. Sheriff could sing here though. It's not going to hold cheer at this point. They fall away towards A, and they're just being drawn around the map.
It's similar to what we saw Loud trying to do on Icebox.
Yeah.
Presence one side and very quickly can't catch rotations or even get ahead of rotations. Drift slowly back into a little bit of control here towards bottom mid. He's punishing on the other side though.
Next map.
Pick onto Meteor.
Go 4 rounds तो मैंने भाई में
Maybe Lackey had spotted the rifle barrel, but
ना पिछला राउंड था पिटता ऐसे ऐसे था इनका
Easier target than most, down a little lower. The spam it works.
is that completely through the smoke?
I think it was. Okay, now it's getting scary. It's 20 seconds, and QCK goes into bailout mode. And you've got to keep going. It's 19 seconds, and they've got the spike. It's Texture playing bodyguard duty, trying to keep it safe. Pressure from the left, pressure from the right. Cowan's going to take down Texture, and his game on towards the side. Spike should go down uncontested. What can Munchkin do now? There was a little bit of hope there. There was a heartbeat, new lease of life, and that has been put down. Less keeps things going. Loud.
लॉन्ग रेंज मैप पे ना तुम लाउड को बहुत मुश्किल रहता है हराना
Yeah. To be honest,
they make you mad with their aim.
Here to really put either of the players here, this
For
composition,
timing.
Meteor in a position to really deliver. I mean, obviously, Lackey can only really do so much on us over here to put his duelist in, you know, an opportunity or a scenario to really find anything. But we're not even seeing Genji rely on that. To be honest, it's high individual laboured fights across the map, and now that I mean, I said it before, they're completely dissecting them.
Tag, okay. Downs it. Extra. Notes on this utility potentially, so that could tee him up for some success. They are getting closer towards that B site.
No.
Dependent on the judge. Would have support from Caron, but I'm getting a little anxious about this. Munchkin. Oh dear, oh dear, oh, it's absolutely atrocious. He's not going to be happy about that. Individual fighting, and numbers starting to really favour Loud. 4 standing, make it back to 5. Texture to catch it, think through the wall potentially.
Just off the res, yeah, sat back on his feet for a second, but immediately shut down.
QCK, with this position, yeah, he's feeling himself, he wants to get ahead. Maybe didn't need to do that, could have been patient. Deciding he wanted to try and make a bit of difference. Alf going to go in now. How much of the spike that covers? Kalanzine, though, going to feel the scrutiny here. Oh, stunning. Spike a pixel out of place, and that's Texture dead. Kalanzine looking for fault, not going to
Nice.
get Meteor with the trade, but it's a little late. But now 2v2. Tap on the spike and the spray. Not going to get what they want here.
Not again.
It's still going.
Not again.
Oh, there it is. Two's this time going to make sure it doesn't go the wrong way for them.
This is heartbreaking for Munchkin. The consideration from Loud. No command comes through, removes the poison orb. Basically negates any possibility for Munchkin to find value with the judge up close and personal there. On the brink of a 10-2 half here.
Yeah, this feels like this map pick is a complete and utter shock. Loud is so prepared for it. Keep in mind, this is Genji's pick.
Loud, pretty good on their part of that.
Yeah.
It's just, it's really bizarre. Like I said, this could have been the intention of Genji to play damage control in the first half and then really try and run away with this composition in the second, but it's a tall order to work back from 2 rounds.
I don't think 2's enough. You know, just prove me wrong. I'd love it.
Potential they
Texture.
get.
early from Texture. That's what we needed. Get the third, and maybe there's a little bit of hope, a little bit of something. I'd see a great deal on that second half, but for now, finally seeing Loud with a disadvantage of numbers. Players in the right place as well. Spike still heading towards that A site. You can see them waiting patiently here on one of them. The fire's going to come in. Oh, Cowsey in the combo with that is just rotten to handle. Texture still trying to be pivotal to the outcome because Loud are clawing this one back. He's down to a 3v3 now, and he's just out of it, and Let's gonna
How
lap that
I'm
up.
flipping this?
I don't know, but Meteor just right up in between them now, surrounded on both fronts. Tries to take a fair fight, but there's nothing fair about that. Munchkin now just too late to the party. Tries, but actually might do a little bit of chip damage to Dewey's here if he doesn't get himself out of danger. Dewey's taking a lot of damage from
Both of
this.
them.
That's a little surprising as Munchkin now ready gets it. He gives
Come back,
them
come back, come back.
tiniest of margins. 3 rounds, Mike. I don't know if it's enough.
तगड़ा बड़ा टेस्ट होता है भाई मेरे को नहीं जा रहा
Something crazy to execute here in the second half, but they said the margin is so small for error. It's a team like Loud who just like that, and they come out and score and look pissed off.
Yeah, they do.
Like they're happy to just dig their heels in, commit to these engagements. Nothing really too special or much flair to Loud's gameplay.
Simplistic.
Either very simplistic.
But
It's what
well
you'd
drilled.
expect with this composition coming out.
Yeah, very vintage, classic, good spacing, good executes, nice pull of rotations, but as I said, nothing that's going to change the world. But 3 rounds, that is a lot to pull back from. They're going to have to really pull this one forward into that second half, going to the desk.
Thank you very much, Pansy and Hypog. Loud, they've not played this map the entire kickoff, and GENG, they picked it against Mimi. Do you think they walked into a trap, perhaps?
I mean, I think they walked into the aim test map, and thus far they have not passed the aim check. Loud's players have been looking so good individually, and I mean, I think they were clearly spending some time practicing this one. They are applying the default comp, they're doing the boring stuff, but the protocols looked good. Everything you expect from this squad, they were showing up.
Yeah, exactly. And on the other side, we saw a GENG over-pushing time and time again. As
How
you're
many
saying,
times
I
did
hate
Munchkin just sprint down B main like a psychopath?
Yeah, exactly. Time and time again. And the duos are so isolated one from the other. Loud had to do minimum work to get the entire map under control. I saw no apparent impact from the Euro. I don't know about you guys, but you know, in EMEA, it's a force to be reckoned with. Here, it was nowhere to be
whenever you say I'm
Yeah,
free
lot of depths in that regard out of this Euro.
D-
But it seemed like when GENG was running out
devious
that game, they started to go 50
messaging
back
on
out,
live
like
stream.
Munchkin running down, like some
Yeah,
of
but
these
why is it Munchkin? That's what I
fights.
mean. Like, you have a Euro,
Because
be
that's
aggressive
Munchkin.
and then go back.
I am
He's the
free
ultimate feast
बोलो
weapon.
क्या
If
करना है
you're from
ओ
EMEA, you know,
मेरा ये
same guy, I'm convinced.
Let's
But,
talk about 2
अभी ऊपर क्यों आ रहा है बे
on the Viper this time around.
but same Vipers for Loud, evidently good too. He's filling into that role beautifully. This guy was so
Wait a
sick
second.
in the Americas kickoff, and he's continuing that here.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that his positioning, his off angles, how he's using the utility,
Call करना
everything is
ओ
definitely looking
आरो
very
आरो
good
आरो
for a map many people did not think we were even going to see from Loud. Well, Night 3 is a fantastic start. Surely
आ रहा एक
Pansy and
सेकंड
Hypog, Loud will never lose a Night 3 lead.
What have you done this, Sue? Huh? I see that
एक सेकंड
smug
रुक
little
जाओ
look. Don't turn around. I'm next to you.
It's an interesting throw,
Yeah,
that.
all of the desk are being obnoxious right
Yeah.
now. They're like, oh, they wouldn't come back from this, would they? Not a chance in hell, Michael.
Let's see the first few rounds, and then
All right. Yeah.
and then
You're willing and
I'll
ready.
either overreact or say I told you so.
Look, I'm the play-by-play caster here. Let me be the one to overreact. Excuse me? Texture just came bounding in, and he's still alive. Okay, not for long. Well, that was short-lived. And that's... Oh, God. God, what? What is going on? Munchkin's a mile away from being relevant to the outcome of this round now. Spike is so deep in enemy territory. And this round was pivotal. This was the only one that could, like, if you lose this, I'm going to be honest, the odds become near on insurmountable and Loud.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a shame. Pissed around as an indicator here. It looks like GENG have worked on a couple of maybe, you know, geeky executes around this Yoru, but I just don't think we're going to have enough rounds to see him, to be honest. Texture looks like he TPs into sight there, but unable to really string anything together with Meteor, and Loud just absolutely dismantle them.
Yeah, he knows it, dude. You see a little smile starting to come on Sadak's face. He's like, yeah, we've got him. 10, very early. I think this is the difference of having tape and not having tape to a massive extent, and completely walk into a trap. This was Loud saying, oh, did we leave our permaban open?
Oops.
Oh, I can't believe I've done that. Can't believe you've done that. And now, well, you've got 3 rounds and Loud of 10. So, it's a long old road back, Michael.
It starts with a ghost in the hands of Meteor.
This isn't Cadian's clip. This isn't how it goes. You know, this isn't it. It's not Mirage, right? It's not. Do you believe Meteor is the one? You think he's gonna what?
No, I think they're gonna walk into Lester's crosshair. Oh.
But they make it out alive.
That's on the first one.
Then what happens in the story?
I must wait a moment.
This is it. They followed that up. It was
Hang
kind
on,
of good. Like this.
Say Texture actually almost finding on the backside here. Cow and Zine. Well, let's find one. Munchkin will fall, but the plants should come through here.
Okay.
Genji an opportunity to reset at least. Texture don't jump onto that, but does find an attack. That's down to 24 now. Not able to stabilize a little bit.
Timing for Caron as well here. Okay, Lucky, that's not bad. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Okay, see, if you'd followed up, if you'd committed to the bit, Michael, this could have been quite outstanding. Considering we are now down to a 2v3, and Lucky is still hitting with the classic. Dewey's left reeling with the Bulldog. This has gone any other way than he expected. What a ridiculous round, and GENG. He can catch Lakia, that's fine. You still had to get past Karen. You still had to get past Texture, and you don't have a chance at it. Time to back away, try and keep that Bulldog in hand. What a turn of events here. GENG, they're not out of it yet.
See actually what the knock-on effect of that is. If I mean now, I don't think saved enough to really get SMGs or comfortably get anything back into this. But I mean, Lakia, double D's got definitely the GENG.
Gotta be
hitting a little different there from range.
Oh
yeah. Was that a right click? I couldn't actually see the ammo count, but it was a right click. Beautiful. Love to see those.
Okay, 1 Bulldog, Sheriff, a couple of classics. Oh, Texture. There we go. Okay, GENG getting fired up here. And they make it to 5. Tui's was the danger man. And he has done damage, but takes a fair bit himself. So, yeah, Texture's just been let off the leash, hasn't he, really? So go frag. Go get some kills. Get the game going.
Now, we did see that on Icebox as well. The first round that GENG actually won. We saw what Loud call a timeout at 4-2 to their advantage to try and slow down the momentum of stringing together a couple of pacey hits. Well, GENG going to try and repeat that here on Breeze. They definitely need to. The 6-round deficit soon to maybe be 5.
Last player standing.
Texture's had a round.
Yeah.
Go on, find us. All right, that's how you get warmed up.
Those are the momentum builders. GENG up to 5 now. Now we'll be back on a purchase here, but there won't be anything left in the bank after that. No ultimates at their disposal. GENG on the brink of a Blade Storm. Texture already taking control of this second half, and QCK unfortunately just face plants into the bricks. Able to get away from that, but for the purchase here, you do favour GENG.
Okay, when do we... It's early. I'm asking, wow.
Spirit's still high.
Yeah. They're up to the good. That'd be all right. Maybe. It's not scary yet. Loud still have a 5-round buffer.
Hang on a second!
Is just ripping them apart, and as are GENG. This guy has been truly let off the leash. Straight in there, no messing about. Ferocious on approach, and the site's theirs.
Absolutely now, sweeps a site.
And if you're QCK, you're saving, right?
Oh, definitely,
that operator's not going to be risked. For less, what do? You got 350 credits? Cool.
I mean, maybe do a little bit of damage. You got Munchkin and Texture down, but Meteor's found QCK.
How's he done that? Was he actually peeking out from like?
And now the problem is Les has to try and hold on to the rifle, or I mean, GENG may be expecting him to go towards the operator. but a beautiful continuation of this pace by GENG. You can see Loud just get absolutely sucker punched, to be honest. Completely caught off guard.
And it was almost so disrespectful how confident he was at getting in there. Like, one, I was like, oh, fair play.
Well,
Two?
again, seeing, I believe Sadak flashed up behind yellow there.
Yeah.
Was that off Meteor, or is that maybe a high flash from himself? And, you know, GENG get ahead of that utility?
Hoping we can see it again here, if possible.
There was obviously a stun set up here for Texture. Oh, it was just the stun, actually.
Yeah, it was the stun that caught.
But the snake bite landing made it very easy. I think Sadak trying to relay now what maybe the game plan is for GENG, whether or not they have a read on it, or actually how versatile GENG can be with Meteor on the Yoru here. We talked about maybe being the approach of damage control in the first half. This is where GENG can run away with it. They become the question mark here, not Loud.
Exactly that. And a second attempt for Munchkin there. Gonna note Kaunzin spotted him on the first attempt, and a pace change completely here. GENG shifting gear, a lot slower, a lot more curious across the map. Maybe looking for those adjustments, looking for those changes. Because they've been somewhat in their face, almost brash about it, and it works really well, but looking to identify the adjustments from Loud. Maybe tube the next port call of at least a few of these players. 3-2 split, it looks like, and there's the ult.
Actually, 3 players up tube here from GENG.
Are they trying to catch him? Are they almost hurting them back here as well to an extent, right? Like, Loud are sitting deep on this. They don't want to get caught, so the site will now go to GENG, right? Like, that's just a straight exchange. So now the problem is QCK, belting shot towards Texture, who has been an animal in the last couple of rounds. Can anyone else from GENG step up? You still have a likes of Caron here, who has been known for those clutching capabilities, but pressured out of position and nowhere really to go. Loud starting to flex a little on the retake, as Meteor now left on his own towards yellow here, towards the back of sight. Gonna note the footsteps, spot the player, and the wide swing, it works to an extent. Tease up Kaunzin.
Lakia does have the Hunter's Fury here, but certainly in terms of the clock, it doesn't feel comfortable. Kaunzin actually gonna send one out of his own. He's gonna find Munchkin. Lakia now, you can see him shaking his head. Doesn't feel comfortable about committing to it. Will have to concede an 11th round to Loud, who just peel away from this so quickly. GENG almost left, you know, wondering what to do with a free site.
And I kind of like what Loud were up to, right? This is lovely, but it's more how they almost held back utility for this sort of play, right? Completely clearing their way back through perfectly, understanding that they can't hold it frontline, so play it on the retake.
Well, look at the comparison. Coming out of the previous, Sadak's like, yeah, I mean, we just got overwhelmed. There's nothing we can do from behind yellow there. This is the other side of the coin. Loud, once again, happy to concede space. We saw the same thing on Icebox as well. A good read on what GENG wanted to do. And now with a much more comfortable scoreline, they have a few more rounds to figure it out, should they need to. GENG definitely slowed things down for the first few rounds. Bladestorm, Hunter's Fury to work with. Comfortable in the purchase other than Texture, but...
Okay. They've been trying to be quiet about this, patient about it. Beautiful control and a beautiful follow-up. Can't quite make it a third, but the damage is done. Early information, everything they would have wanted. So the 3 remaining, Lakia, Munchkin, Meteor, don't really have a big foothold anywhere on the map here, Mike.
Yeah, a little awkward on the spacing. GENG punished for it. They'll find themselves in a 3v4. I mean, Loud elsewhere. It's only really going to be Kaunzin that's going to get any audio cues here, but the rest of the utility from less in position to really spell out what this post plant will look like. GENG commit to the spike now. I mean, 30 seconds left. Kaunzin already in the back lines.
Oh, this could be criminal. This could be criminal. So little safety. Oh,
no.
Munchkin, that's a heartbreaking moment there. Kaunzin closing in. He's going to say bye-bye, Lakia. And now Meteor having to find something, no value to be had as Munchkin now. After what was a moment possibility that slipped through his fingertips there. He's going to be kicking himself on that one.
It's a round-winning moment there for Munchkin. Just too many targets to shoot at. A little bit of a fumble, but this will be Loud on 12 now. I said GENG were comfortable in the purchase, but now no room for error. Has to be flawless from here on out for GENG. Otherwise, we will be going to Ascent.
Oh. And I was almost hoping we saw the moment from Munchkin. As rough as that was the swing moment. Yeah, you can see it. There it is.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. What was it, 3 players up there? What a difference that could have made. And it would have been a small lifeline, bearing in mind that GENG were working uphill, to say the least. This has been an incredibly hard game to come back from. That first half was not good. They're probably not very happy with it. Second half started off with a bang eventually, but then somewhat slowing down. Losing a little bit of that spark to it. You see Kate looking to take heads. As Texture creeps closer up middle, but he's alone. This is a solo somewhat endeavor. Yes, with a little bit of utility help from Caron, but that's about it.
See how quickly Sadak's over here to try and support Cowan Z and QCK. So holding on to the backside of Nest as well. I think almost there with Lakia jump spotting. It's trying to put Texture in a position to punish that operator. Loud, pretty well equipped for it.
Knife probably caught 3 there, or 2 at the very least, I think. And now the pressure's starting to come towards the site. 3 through middle, 2 through main. Flash there, Sadak goes in, gets handled though. 1-for-1 trade out, Texture still alive. Gonna let Meteor work his way in here. It's gonna be less holding from CT, 1 on site. Still some problems to try and clear, and less making himself the problem. Good trade for Meteor, but he needs a bit more. Plant gonna come down, and they still haven't fully cleared site yet.
Cowanzin's still here.
And that's...
What?
Okay, Lark, yeah, fair enough. That's the kill you're gonna get. No worries, didn't expect that one. But QCK's position might be unraveled. Munchkin this time should be good for it.
Munchkin will have heard that drop. Was baiting up here with the wall. A crucial kill for him, and it's a freebie. QCK falls. 2E's now left to try and recover.
Nice.
Back here to seal the deal. 7th on the board now. You need another couple to break the money. Loud able to still purchase comfortably, and actually with the pick coming online here, an opportunity for Loud to maybe counterbalance that a little bit, leave 2E's in a position to anchor here, because GENG have slowed things down. There's an opportunity for Loud to maybe exploit that. Go exploit, they do have rounds to play with. Well, they're happy for, GENG to continue making, in their eyes, mistakes, I guess.
Are they going back to what we saw before? Or no, definitely not the same pace to what we saw, but looking to maybe deal with QCK. Yeah, they've been noting that jump spot that you've mentioned, just that round prior, but that has been a constant. This time punished by Texture with the operators, not able to kind of do that same presence in middle, but look at this. On the other side of the map over by Elbow, Cowan's going to spot one. That could actually cause a little bit of confusion almost. For Loud, do they continue to commit to being close? They're going to be both spotted, surely. They've got to make a run for it. 2E's got to get out of danger. Texture trying to close the gap a little. Cowanzine does find Munchkin, so the backline worry should be gone. Ult going to come in and Meteor plays ahead. Big pick towards 2E's. But again, they didn't expect Sadak so close by. That flash, does it bank in? I think it might do. But the plant is in, and they are going to sit deep on this.
See already now, tricky position for Loud to try and recover from. Actually, got a tag onto Karen here, so some of that utility outplay for the time being. A miss from Texture, 39 HP.
The timing isn't going to be great now. They've got to get back to having that presence on the spike, and Sadak with a great read, but Lucky with greater positioning. Going to catch Cowanzine. Another tap on the spike, and now it's going to get so difficult for Sadak. 1 in front, 1 to the side, and no time to play with. It's 8 for GENG. Step by step, they are not out of this game just yet.
Bring it through, and a couple of members of Loud yet still above 2K, but now starting to struggle just a little bit. That's expected to see the timeout at this point. The last few rounds, we've been saying they've had rounds to play with. The investment comes here. There's a chance for GENG to really turn up the heat here.
Yeah, this is when it gets fun, isn't it?
Yep.
Because you might get... I want to add into this as well. We've got 2 ults already on deck. We've got Meteors and Munchkins. Then you have Lakia not too far away too for his. So these are big ults, round-changing ults that can completely turn it. So they're going to have that as, you know, a fallback plan if they need it. But if they keep going like this, they've got some nice little reads. Again, just that almost assassination of QCK holding tube, completely isolating the rest of the players.
Which is exactly the sort of thing you want to see there. But if they are going to slow things down, you want to see them have tangibles to action upon. Find somebody to be able to isolate. So that's a huge positive. The problem being is there enough? Like I said, with absolutely no margin for error, is there enough for GENG to really fall back on? I mean, now you've removed the operator. Maybe there's not as much of I guess, a requirement to find out players like QCK, dig them out of spots. See what the adjustment is for Loud coming out of this.
Okay, so they've got
tempered purchase. They're trying to keep, I mean, play their cards very close to their chest.
So your danger players, Les, Sadak, and Tui's. Tui's no armor, keep in mind. So Les and Sadak are your heavy hitters. Actually, switch up?
Yeah, I was going to say, Les's utility now. Flash sets QCK in motion, but Zardspot, Karen, ballsy on the repeat there. Lucky not to get punished. GENG almost anticipating a little bit of aggression to come out here.
Oh, the timing on this. Texture, did you miss him? You absolutely
did.
So now Kaunzin's been let off.
What? He's rechecking it.
Oh, the guy's just...
Perfect time. He was about to shoot Karen in the back there.
That feels almost...
But he did. Karen's down to 5 HP.
I don't know how he felt that time. Maybe hearing a step, but it felt like he was already on that trajectory. So now QCK fancies another bite to the cherry, but he's going to miss the window. They're already heading away from here, but they're hurting. 3 players going to be waiting on that B site. Sadak only has a classic though. The rest have rifles.
A little bit of a misread here from GENG. Loud. Be able to position themselves to maybe be in a position to punish this.
Can they still be so diligent about it? It gets so dangerous, right? The slow, oh my word, he's going to isolate Meteor. That's great. Held at the door, 30 seconds now. They're starting to run low on time, and there's no fallback plan because look at the flank. He pulled the trigger on the first, which I'm surprised by, but it's an issue. They have to clear him somehow. They just have to run. You can't stop. There is no stopping now. And QCK, a little short on the day there, just to, you know, needs to, there we go. Does get it through. Spike gonna go down. Nothing should be able to stop that here. Karen's just gonna try and play out his life, buy some time for this.
It's all coming apart.
And now there's problems.
Hug diya.
Oh, a chance! A glimmer of
mid.
Can he hold on to it? Can he do it for his side? Keep them in this game. Oh, the one to break him in this game. And the one to take him further in this matchup.
जैसी वापस आया हार गई इतनी देर से जीत रही थी
Where Tex is able to compose himself after that collapse, regain his footing. Able to close him down 13 minutes. That first half too dominant in my eyes.
Decent GENG.
A little, I guess, apprehensive to really commit to some of the mystery around this composition. Able to get it really going in the second half, and a shame really, but wow, I mean, the question mark of Breeze all settled down.
But now we head towards Ascent, and I cannot wait for that one.
अभी क्या कर रहे हो मैं कुछ समझा ओबे ओ माय गॉड अबे भाई क्या करता है
ये भी करेंगे के लोड़े
नो वे नहीं नहीं
के लोड़े
नो मत खा प्लीज.
मिशन प्लेस अगर एक हाथ पटा ले चाहिए.
No way this guy did what? गाने बढ़िया हैं इनके, रुकने के. अभी क्या करें, वेब डेवलपमेंट करनी है क्या? चलो यूट्यूब पे देखते हैं कुछ. आ जाओ. ओए T1 भाई का सेटअप देखते हैं.
Loud, they were down, but definitely not out. You cannot
अच्छा.
count this team out when they are 1-0 down. I'm back here with Mimi and Kukuka. Bit of a fake comeback, I kind of believe for a moment. What about you guys?
I don't think it's a fake comeback if they win like 2 rounds.
It was a bit more.
Like 3?
A bit.
It was like a 9-4.
Yeah, it was like 6. It was like an 8-13, right? Like coming in from a 3. I'm so happy that you can count. I'm really working.
क्या देंगे बताओ?
Carry on.
किसी के पास कुछ है क्या?
No, that's the highest I can go. Sorry, it only goes up to 6.
All right, well, they got more than 6 rounds, so I feel like, you know, maybe kind of a fake comeback, but nevertheless, Loud, they closed it out, which means they forced them out 3.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that first half, you know, let us know a lot of how Loud was exploiting the fact that there was no Sentinel on the side of GENG. We know that Cypher is incredibly strong on this Breeze, and not having it on that side, I think that it gave them a lot of leverage to do a lot of things. On the other side, when GENG turned into the attack themselves, I didn't see that impact from Meteor. I think that Munchkin and
मैं ही जाता
a couple of
इस वाली स्ट्रीम पे वो पड़े. तो क्या देख सकते कोई बता
I feel
सकता?
like a lot of the rounds they were winning were off of the individual stuff, off of the players kind of finding timings, going crazy with the multi-kill. I mean, Texture in particular was looking ridiculous for most of that second half. But Loud, I think they played the normal comp that everyone plays for a reason. Cypher
देख पहले सर्च कर लो भाई.
on the attacking side when
YouTube
the
without.
is great first off. Tui's, by the way, really slotting into the role that Les has owned this entire year, and he looked incredible, right? Like this guy in Americas, I feel like is the new slept-on player for Loud. It's like he's the next one down the totem. Ospas was talked about, so no one talked about Les. Now Les is talked about, so no one talks about Tui's. But Tui's as well has just been a really consistent player. And whose fault is that, Mimi?
Whose fault is that?
For what? Only talking about
No,
Les? That's on me.
आ ही गई.
I mean,
But I really like
Hello.
We'll see what Les can do and Tui's can do on the next map, because Ascent is going to be that map when we're finally going to see QCK play something that isn't the Jet Bear.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
I mean, that
are
is
we?
what exactly. That
We
is the
will.
question. Maybe we see
तो
something.
मेरा
coming
बेस्ट फ्रेंड है.
into-
यस.
We're talking about a very short window of time before coming into the season.
चलो
We
पता
can
लगेगा कि
anticipate
क्रिएटिव
this,
वाला
you know,
हुआ है.
But hey, honestly, I said, you know, at least we know what Les is going to be playing in Breeze, and I clearly didn't know. So what do I know anymore?
That's true. So this is the map where Loud is playing what they've kind of made to be their standard throughout the kickoff in Americas, where they're running this breach.
तो मेरा
this
बेस्ट
composition
फ्रेंड
that
है.
everyone else is playing. they were playing it on this map, but in my opinion, it was the weakest showing of this idea. Like we mentioned earlier, EG counter-strat, the way they did that on their defense, a lot of using
तो
two
मेरा
weapons,
बेस्ट
constantly
फ्रेंड
spamming
है।
pressure in mid, and also being very proactive to read
क्या
that
देखे क्या
space.
देखे क्या
This
देखे?
combo relies
कोई
on
कुछ बताना
getting
चाहेगा क्या
control on your
देखे?
attack side, then splitting into
वॉलेट
sections,
चोरी देखना है?
taking strong
आ
take
जाओ,
through
पहले
mid
रुक जाओ।
without dive. 9 times out of 10, you're getting destroyed by stall utility and losing the round. So I'm really interested to see if they take the risk in going
अबे
back to this comp, or if maybe they try something new and like go back to the default comp, because I think that's also an option.
Exactly. Selling utility, it has like double effect on them because they do not have, they're lacking all of that mobility and all of that explosiveness into sides. 1-3-1, as she's saying, on the attack is going to be the common thing, and at the same time, they do not have a sentinel of their own to be covering on the defense. So the same thing that GENG struggled with on Breeze, they might struggle with when it
चेक
comes
करना
to
पड़ेगा ना देखने के लिए।
and that mid part of the map. I think that if GENG is able to spot that weaknesses
फिर से सर्च
a
करता
little
हूँ।
bit also mentally for what happened on Breeze, maybe, you know, this could go their way.
Yeah, Genji's a team who I think definitely will have been watching those VODs and have looked at how EG managed to best this comp.
लाइसेंस कहाँ दिख रहा है?
Likely expecting to see it in play here. They're a team that has really good fundamentals, is solid on their attack at planning the
लाइसेंस दिख रहा है कहीं?
setup, right? I mean, that's the defense solution. On attack, you just
वॉलेट
have to
चोरी तो
feel
ठीक
out
है,
where the
लेकिन
splashes are,
लाइसेंस
figure
कहाँ
out
दिखता है?
Yuzo, and not lose out to these strong retakes. But let's spin that around. Those are some of the downsides to this comp. Well, then why the hell is Loud picking it? Because the amount of flashes you have gives you a ridiculous amount of options for mid-round reclears. Taking extremities way easier with this comp. Stun combos with a Phoenix Melon, that's really strong. Your retakes are much better than with the default comp.
कहाँ पे होगा?
Combining all the different flashes, but you're giving up a Sentinel and you're giving up the dive to do that. What comp do they choose? Oh my god!
Wait,
Well, everything goes out
it's
the
not
window.
Jet. It's not Jet, but it's also not the Phoenix.
Okay, so they're still playing Breach. They're playing Viper.
ये क्या है?
They've locked in the Yoru instead. This actually doesn't change the idea all that much. This is
भाई
basically the same comp.
की
You still have
composition क्या
flashes
है?
here, equivalent of curveball, but now you actually get
I think they
dive
have
with
better
it.
flashes.
Yeah.
You also have a lot of mobility. Maybe they think they know that we're going to be playing on the Phoenix. They might be playing.
मेरे को लाइसेंस क्यों नहीं दिख रहा?
To maybe, you know, the night that's old.
तुझे दिख रही क्या
Maybe
लाइसेंस?
to twist some
अबाउट
things around because everybody has seen us playing this Phoenix.
This is
लाइसेंस
the primary issue that this composition has. It adds the dive into the mix. Loud are so good at cooking things up, at having creative comps. I'm so excited.
कहाँ पे होता है?
I can't wait to get into where either Sadak has been cooking.
मेरे को नहीं दिख रहा।
On the other side though, if Genji can pull this off,
भाई किसी को पता है तो बता दो भाई।
Tremendous effort and an upset.
बस मैं नहीं समझ पा
You're
रहा।
absolutely right, Sue, and I think at this point no one can then question GENG. When you look
Absolutely.
at Breeze being in the mix, it's a bit weird, and you know Icebox close.
हाँ ये वाला एरिया नहीं आ रहा है इसमें।
And they've adjusted the
Category
combo, a lot of
license
people
वाला।
had issues with, and they still come out on top.
Sure.
भाई छुपा क्यों रखा है ये?
See Loud come in with this because
Agreed.
I think the desk have absolutely nailed it. It addresses some of the main issues with that Phoenix. Now, some sort of pressure towards
मैं
the
देखूँ
back
नहीं।
possible alongside Kaunzine and QCK, but I mean both teams pulling out the curveball.
You know what,
being Yoru on map 2 and 3 here.
समझ नहीं आ रहा।
Definitely excited to see it and fitting
Have
for the
to
closing of
say
this
that.
series.
Oh, Mike, I can't believe it.
फोन देख लिया।
I'm not mad
क्या
about
हुआ?
it. Not mad about it at all. Sadak, not going to spot Meteor there. So
Timing's perfect
क्या?
for Meteor, yeah.
I'm just going to find value from
हाँ।
it, though. Trying to bait it in almost. Is he lucky at trying to set something in motion?
बोल।
Yeah, it sadly goes to nothing, which is always a little bit of a disappointment. Oh, the swing! That flash to the swing was fantastic. Lakia is incredible to at least trade that back into touch. But at this point, GENG have already got side control, right? So plants will come down. Bit of a strange exchange in middle. But also look at Lakia's positioning.
Yeah, wrapping all the way around. I think did note that QCK was chasing him, but now in a position
His timings.
to get to finish you back towards short. QCK trying to deal with
Good paranoia.
slowing things
Decent.
down. You noted it before. Look at Lakia now.
He's got to get there in time.
अब कुछ नहीं देख पाएंगे।
Because Munchkin's fallen, maybe very late, but I guess the plant is for it, right? Look at the plant position. That's perfectly placed for it. Karen's done really well here. Texture trying to keep their attention. QCK wins the fight. Now we've got to look at that plant position. Does it come into play?
Oh.
Lucky's gone down. QCK over-delivering, overdoing it, and Karen's getting in it. The Crunch King himself gonna pull this one off. And GENG with the first.
ये जीत जाएगी जेनजी।
beautiful conversion from GENG. I just think the whole time they're
चलो किसी और के उस पे देखता हूँ ना कैसे पता लगता है मैंने और ये तो देखो शार्क टैंक है जैसे
dealt with very quickly. Beautiful aggression from Loud to come out.
इस पे है
QCK's flash to open things up.
है ही नहीं कहाँ लिखा होता है
Finds 3 on the round here, but forced into a very tricky position.
डिस्क्रिप्शन तो यही होता है ना और क्या होता है डिस्क्रिप्शन
Only a ghost in the hands of Tui's.
हाँ ये
See what resistance there is here.
फायर
Only noting one as Salah to drift away from main.
समझ नहीं आ रहा है नहीं मिलेगा
Preemptive rotation comes through from Loud. The firepower suiting GENG, as we've said.
पागल
Yeah. You can see Lauder poised very nearby though, just at that jumper point. Oh, the timing. How has Sadak lived through that? That feels like texture was good for it.
Salak's
Paranoia.
1 HP.
Oh yeah, the Paranoia are actually catching so many. Sadak and less though, finding value from the door, and now Texture feeling a little bit pinched here, and the shots aren't clean. Loud turning this one back on its head. And Munchkin
They're both locked out in main.
Yeah, they're both at the same spot. This is rough. The HP is really low though, and GENG just need to try and weather this one out. Les doesn't have the HP to
अरे भाई चलाना यही प्लेगा ब्रेक में चलाता ना
could do well. He knows it's coming though. He's read. Oh, you couldn't read that one though. A really nice attempt and made it very costly.
Touch and go for a moment there.
Yeah.
I think with Tui's falling when he
कुछ
did
और चला दे पाल
coming up, already possibility to cut sight lines here. Obviously noting the fragment and the nano swarm still available for Munchkin and Meteor. So yeah, Loud definitely making things work. Like I said, Sadak swinging back through 1 HP and finding a kill. Some damage done. Obviously GENG be suffering from that. Just 2 guardians. Well, actually now Meteor rifle in hand as well. The Sheriffs to round out the purchase.
Doesn't feel as a threatening of a bonus, but I want to see what they can do with it really. Rifle Meteor is
यार दिला दे
in a pace change very quick to this. Sadak is going to get the drop on them, sure, but does get to keep away with his life too. He's going to try and post the Paranoia. Texture's ahead of it though, and Sadak's going to check him. Just straight body check him on the corner. Texture's going to go down. Nice still underhand. Flash again, still stalling out here. Costing them a great deal. Sadak is being a nuisance. He actually gets caught. I thought he was good for it then.
Maybe with the door would last another second or two. Cowan Zine is the better Alakia. Now brings it to a 2v4. And Sadak, the only one that GENG able to really pin down.
Timing. Bloody hell. Brilliant from Les. You'll take it every day of the week. You're smiling with that. Caron.
क्या हुआ ये अबे स्ट्रीम अटकी हुई थी क्या हीलू ओह माय गॉड तुम्हें कुछ दिख नहीं रहा था इतनी देर से
Okay with that. This is the big test though.
Yeah, great work from Sadak and Tui's in the last round.
अबे भाई साहब ओफो चल रहा है फेस चल रहा है अरे भाई सीन हो गया क्या यार ये मत करो भाई रुक जाओ बड़ी दिक्कत है भाई बड़ी दिक्कत है चलेगी
Now still 60 seconds for Karen to work with, so plenty
ओ
of
वहीं
time
अटका
to
हुआ
make
था मेरे को
something
तो
happen.
पता लगा
You've seen the clutch ability of this player in this series so far. This is a tall order here. Les, Sadak and Cowan Zine to overcome.
Streamlabs गया
Results were
अटक
available, but obviously question marks as to exactly how Loud have retreated.
The whole map feels
Yeah.
like a threat.
I mean,
अर्पित
Tui's
वाला आ
getting
चुका है
every single angle here. And those 60 seconds
He
now
hacked me.
turn into 30.
मैच दिख रहा है ना चलो अभी गोल रहो कैमरा रुक जा
Right, there's no way you can just informed choice. It just doesn't work. So you're going to try and bait it out with the smoke.
Nobody's going to see that smoke, though.
Oh. So not really going to have the impact he wants. 15 seconds now, and he's walking towards the site with 2 players.
They're both tucked in hell as well.
And he's leaving it so late. There's almost no time for adjustment. There's the smoke, and they're going to close the gap here. Yep, he knows it. He's a sitting duck. He takes down 130 HP now, and he's unthreatened. Spike is in. Oh my god. Oh my god, I thought.
अगर वो हो जाता.
He was way off that plant.
Streamlabs बहुत crash करता.
Okay, all good.
Unless
All good.
seals the deal here. We'll give an orb across to Sadak. The Karen man.
Whoa,
And
you
the
saw
last
a window,
5
didn't
seconds
you?
look like 10 somehow.
God. How did he get away with that? The fact that he just stood there. Bullets flying past, tracers just real close by. Give him the old nose job at that point. Just barely making it out. Wild. But again, this whole round, Mike, they're literally pushing him in spawn.
Yeah.
एक second.
Beautiful setup here from Lau to open things up.
ये तो भाई.
Sadak catching his breath after that. We'll see how much Loud have cooked. Again, because a lot of these set pieces they have, we'll hold that thought for a minute.
रुक जाओ एक second.
It's pacey. You can see the exchange of the knives, both going to note each other's positions and progression towards a texture. Disrespecting the utility. Doesn't care, goes straight through Stinger in hand. Still wants more, not going to get more. Meteor follows up towards QCK, but there's still Tui's, and Tui's is holding on, and he's holding on damn well. No access allowed. Tui's, that's his site.
क्या हुआ?
Have previously run away with a few rounds like that in this series, but well handled, well maintained here by Loud. A massive gap in mid that's exploited by Texture. He's up short so quickly, all the way into tree. Unfortunately, nobody from GENG able to really make too much progress on the other side. I think Sadak slowing things down with the fragment.
Okay.
Able to keep things in check. So maybe a little bit of aggression outside A here. I've seen Cowan Zine set up.
Oh yeah.
Flash of the TP comes through.
Commitment behind this. Karon's above you. Both! And he gets both. He waited so long for that as well. Real patient play from him there.
Can't even really say it's a little complacent from Loud. Cowan kind of waits out both pieces of utility.
क्यों? रुक जा भाई.
Now looking to reaggress with him. There's still 2 members.
आजा.
Loud on the other side of this.
You're surely thinking no one's going to be sat here, right?
ये नहीं.
You're doing your diligent
क्या
work
नहीं?
here from
लगा
Munchkin, you know,
दिया
he's
मैच लगा दिया.
GENG.
मेरी स्क्रीन
The aggression has been there, and they get
उस पे
rewarded
टंकी है
for that
वहाँ पे.
heads up work, that diligence in play, and he might catch that mid lurk. This is lovely. GENG reading Loud like a book, prepared perfectly, and delivered. Scoreline looking much, much more even.
Absolutely, but a full house for GENG in terms of the ultimates. So plenty of options for them now.
अगर मैं बंद करूँ तो भी आएगा ये. पीछे पूरा ही टक गया है. ठीक हो गया? हो गया. Let's go. चलो बढ़िया. अटक गया. हो गए हो. अच्छा माउस बंद हो गया. भाई बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, तुम्हें पता नहीं है.
And I'm looking for the lockdown, it's there as well. That's looking like the site is very comfortably theirs, but I'm looking at the spike though. And
Well, Karen's
drifting
TP'd
away.
up to B. Yeah, this is just a fake around the lockdown.
Reckon Tui's can do anything about this?
TP'd ahead. Oh, he actually cancelled.
I thought he might commit. I was almost hoping he does, but decides to back away. Won't have much info from that then. But his positioning's good to catch Meteor potentially. No,
Such a
really
small
tough.
angle.
Now less with the spray, pulled away from the dash, but gonna have to fall off from this respect the cross. Spike made it to sight.
Yeah, really strange round here.
Yeah. Oh,
The
and
ultimate's
another ult.
invested, but yeah, QCK now looking to try and find some information. The stun on the back of that info and punished by less.
Okay.
The value found here, but Munchkin responds.
And then you got to look at the late positioning coming up.
हाय कल कितने बजे आ रहे हो क्वांटा? आप कितने बजे आओगे?
This is all. Oh my word, two
जब आप आओगे तभी तो होगा.
backhands him on the way towards the side. Now you look at the backside. This is Caron, the guy who's super clutch, the guy who gets some great work done, and they're doing it right now.
Nice.
Munchkin falls, so now they know where that last player is. Tui's. Can he close the gap? Can he find him?
Short. Like कर दो, like कर दो, like कर दो.
Yeah, that round was bizarre, Mike, but it works out.
Meet. कोशिश करूँगा पहले क्लास में आ जाऊँ. कभी पहुँच तो पाया था नहीं हूँ. उठ गया तो आज हुआ. चलो कोशिश करता हूँ. 2 बजे सोऊंगा. 6:45. यार बहुत कम मिलता है. चलो कोशिश देखते हैं.
He's stepping up, he's warming up. We've seen a lot of texture moments here and there. We've seen a lot of the other players as well having their time, but Garen this map certainly leading the fray. And we're looking at what they've got.
यार attendance चाहिए तो चाहिए.
Guardians at most for the loud side. So
Playtime.
around the edges and hoping to make
Okay.
an advantage where the
But मेरे को चाहिए भाई attendance. WT में मेरी 3 ही attendance है.
Two players who are looking for the orb there. No chance to really do any damage on it either.
GENG just trying to get a good feel of the setup here from Loud. That's obviously semi-committed towards this, a stun off.
Kawanzin.
Maybe on contact here. Could set things in motion as GENG are drifting as 5.
This could be quite nice.
बजे तक 2 attendance लेंगे. Sure.
QCK can be here pretty quick. First one there.
आप कहते हो तो हो जाएगा.
Fantastic. Isolates one. That gives them a chance. They pull the rotation. 3 players on the side now. Going to be difficult for GENG to cleanly take this. They've still got a little bit of kit though to play with. Not a massive amount, but Munchkin and Lakia's kit is
ये
in
क्या हो
play,
रहा है?
but they've got to be careful. Approaching the side. Looks like they want to fight towards CT. Sadak's here though. This is becoming messy. This isn't right. This is going terribly wrong. And Tui's comes out of the flash just behind Munchkin though. Gonna lose his life. And now where do they go? Do they go back towards A? Do they run it down towards B? They're going to go into the unknown and it's the right choice. Munchkin holds them back. And now the 1v1. There's upgrades around. So QCK going to get himself the Phantom.
चिंता ना करो हो जाएगा. आ जाओ.
Leading the board for
Okay.
GENG.
I will try my best.
Open as well. So plenty of opportunities for Karen to reposition, play a number of different angles and plenty of question marks for QCK.
वहाँ क्यों टीपी करेगा ये?
Either no additional
गलत टीपी चला गया.
work with.
And the
Util
time
भी कुछ नहीं
probably
है.
going to decide this one, Lauren.
Feels like it, doesn't it? Unless it's a fumble from Karen, but it feels like